physical, paranormal. You know, all those things you've been wondering about. Are you ready to go deeper into the realms of the unknown? I hope you got your walking shoes on, because life is an adventure, and this is the journey. Come on, let's go. Hello and welcome to the show, everyone. This is the Journey Radio Show, and hey, we are the She-Squatchers. I'm Jen Cruz, your host, and I've got my fellow teammates with me, Jenna Grover. Hi, Jenna.
Well, hello. Pleasure to be here on this special day.
Yes, and we've got Tammy Trickle.
Hi, everybody.
And we're going to have a very special guest for you tonight. We've got Igor Burtsev from Moscow, Russia. Very exciting guest. And he's having difficulty hearing me on the show tonight. So we're going to have Tammy ask the questions because he can hear her better. So Tammy, take it away.
Hi, Igor. Are you there?
Hi, I am here. Yes, I am here. Good
Great.
evening. Good evening.
Yes, we see you. How are you today?
It's nice.
Okay, Jen, what would you like me to ask? I don't see you. Okay, well, why don't you tell us, Igor, how you got started researching Bigfoot?
How
How did you start researching Bigfoot?
It was just occasional. Once it started in 1965. I was changing my place of job and had a vacation, and one my friend asked me if I would like to go to search for snowman, we call in Russia, so snowman. I said I did not know what was snowman, just no any information. Just I heard that somewhere in Pamir Mountain they were looking for this creature. It is in Asia part of the Soviet Union. And when I asked him where do you invite me to go, he said to Caucasus, and I was surprised more because I did not expect that on Caucasus there could be any such a creature. But anyway, I said, okay, let us go. We shall try what will happen. And I had at that time my wife Alexandra. We were studying in the university together, and became married after that. And we gathered our things and together went there, took a tent and other things, and said, if nothing interesting will be there in Caucasus, we shall just cross the mountain ridge, and go to the sea coast and have a good vacation there on the sea coast. But when we come there to that mountains in Caucasus, it was National Republic Kabardino-Balkaria is called, and the leader of the expedition was Jan Kaufman. She was French-born woman, but living in Russia since her maybe 9 years old, like so, and she was a leader. It was just a voluntary expedition, not paid for by anybody, no government, nothing, just voluntary people. We were amateurs, and it was some work there. But once some people on horseback run to us and say, "Oh, there is a woman there. in one village. She met Almasty, is called local name of this creature there in Caucasus, Almasty. She saw Almasty and became ill after that. And we just entered a small car which was belonged to Jan, and we went to that village, some settlement which is called horse plant, like so. And we went there. We found that woman, she was a little ill, and she said, she narrated how she met that creature. You see, they were using such system, doing. They prepare some woods for cook for kitchen. Going to the raven, cut the bushes after they dry, and after that came back and took that woods into their home. And she was cutting the bushes, brushes, or how you say it. And once she said, I saw somebody's fingers moving on the behind the brush, like so. After she said, I start to turn my head upper. I saw his hands, arms, hands, very hairy, very muscular, very strong, and chest. His chest was very strong, also muscular. And after, when she said, my eyes put on his eyes, I just got to my knees without any force. But after that, I think I have an axe in my hand. I have some rope. I will defend myself. And she started to move back, not turning away of this creature, not showing him his back, but going back step by step down to the raven, and after that just went away, throwing all what was with her, and came to home and was a little ill. And since that, I believe that this is a real creature. There are real creatures, and we stayed there till all the time of the expedition, and even took 1 week more than we had vacation. That is why we had some permission, like we were ill, etc., etc. Since that, it happened in 1965. In 1965, yes, in the summertime, and since that, it is 56 years. Yet I studied this question. I am in this subject. Yeah.
Wow.
But of course, I had a specialist in many other fields. I was an engineer, and after I was working with youth, and after I studied some Oriental studies, I visited Arab country. After I was in Afghanistan working there. Also, I made my FIDI thesis on politics or such thing. But every vacation, every year, I spent in expeditions. Every vacation, every year, and between vacation, also during the my routine work, I did something concerned of this subject. Yes, that was happened since that.
That's for a long time. So what would you say is your most amazing Bigfoot experience that you've had so far?
Once more, please. Slow.
I'm sorry. What would you say is the best Bigfoot experience that you have had? Your favorite?
What I can say, I don't understand the question. What? Sorry.
It's okay.
Uh, um,
Which things that happened to you with
I
Bigfoot
said
is your favorite?
I can say that for these 65 years, I passed three studies of attitude to this creature. At first, we were looking for something like ape, like monkey maybe, because in your language, ape means include humans too. But in Russian language, there is a difference between monkey and apes and humans. That is one. It is more close to monkey, but before we thought that it's like mountain gorilla, and we were looking for such things. I think all the 20th century we thought so, but our professor Dr. Porshnev started this very serious scientific study. He came to conclusion that these creatures are something like Neanderthals, ancestor of the humans. Yes, though he thought that it is not speaking human language, just some what is missing link in evolution of the human. That is, it was first stage, several, maybe 50 years we thought so. But on the age of the centuries, oh yes, I should say that American researchers, for example, some anthropologists, Canadian John Green, and after just Grover Krantz and other anthropologists. They also consider that this is remains of some not Neanderthals but Gigantopithecus. And now Jeff Meldrum thinks so that it is ancestor or descendants of the Gigantopithecus, and also some other scientists in our country consider so. But Professor Porshnev told that it is not. It is something very close to humans. And since on the edge of the centuries, from the beginning of this century, 21st century, we start to receive a lot of other data, some signs that these creatures are very close to humans. Even they are some kind of humans. I start to call them adjacent humans. It was very interesting that in Russian it is very suitable changes. For example, we call it snowman, снежный человек. Only one letter you change, and it became snowman became adjacent man. And we start to call it as adjacent man. That means it is parallel branch of humans, some other kind of humans. Now, I want to say, I developed this attitude and say, they are like human tribe, but very secret tribe, which doesn't like to communicate with other humans, with human society, etc., etc. And our professor, another one, Sapunov, Vladimir, Valentin Sapunov, he said that maybe this is a branch of humans which was separated from other humans and start to develop their paranormal abilities. That means he called it psychic physical abilities, It became so. But I should say, for example, the first what confirmed this, they braided some horsemen. I studied this phenomenon since 1970s. I found a lot of horses braided with braided mans. I found once I cut some 40 of them, of these braids. And this is one, it is human like activity, because they play, they think about this, they work with their fingers, their hands, etc. This we call handmade things. After that, in the beginning of the century, in 2002, one forest man from Vyatka region, Valery Sergeyev, he wrote us a letter. We based on the Darwin Museum. There was our base when we gathered, discussed all the questions. Once he wrote a letter to Darwin Museum that he saw many times, he saw this creature, and also he told that they construct some structures in the forest from the woods, from the trunks, from poles and branches, etc. They construct some structures. At the same time, in 2002, Janice Carter from United States wrote us a letter that she is seeing for some 30 years a family of Bigfoot here in Tennessee. That she was since 7-year-old when she was first time when she met one of such a creature, which is called fox. Since that 7-year-old till 39 year, she was just seeing their activity on the property, which is about 100 acres surface, and she had a lot of events observed like so. And also she wrote us that they can speak human languages. We did not believe before. And in 2004, I went to Janice Carter property. I lived there 5 weeks, and I received a lot of confirmation of their human-like activities there. These structures, this some other activities, handmade things, even some handicrafts they did there. And that I came to conclusion that yes, it is really some kind of humans, but another kind, secret kind, I don't know. They don't want to communicate with people. We found their footprints of them. I was ploughing the soil in her basement, when a fox was coming there to sleep in the basement of her house. It is. I received a lot of confirmation. But about the language, yet we were doubt.
Okay, I have a question about that. At the conference, you were talking about a Bigfoot that was living in the back of a barn in Russia. And we'd like to know more about how did he come to be into the barn? We should get that information and then go on.
Once again, how?
How did the Bigfoot become to be inside the barn of your friend in Russia?
Inside the barn? Oh, you see, in that place, in expedition, it is a Bashkiria. It is in central part of Russia, close to Ural Mountains. There is a republic, national republic, Bashkiria is called. And one local person, I don't know, guy, he 12 years ago, he was walking into the forest, and once he heard a cry, and he started to interest who is crying. Some creature was crying. He saw come closer to that place, and he saw that one gorilla-like creature was trapped into the bear trap, and he freed him. And after that, this creature stood up on his two legs, and he was huge, hairy, but human-like. And he just looked at this guy, Alexei, his name, and after turned away and went away. Since that, 12 years, he befriended him, and this Alexei met with him many times, etc. And sometimes this creature was coming to his yard, and even coming into his barn and sauna. They have sauna, wooden, made from wood, sauna in the yard, and he was going inside of the sauna, throwing that wood, etc. But step by step, this Alexei started to communicate with them. He called him Grisha, in Russian Grisha, but in English name like Greg. And he was speaking to him. He started to understand him. Yes, he said that they understand Russian language speaking. That was and till now this creature, they have many kind of creatures, very different. One is huge, one is smaller, one is very calm, another one is very active, even sometimes aggressive. Yes, but they have some family, and step by step he start to visit their living place. He met after that with a elder of this clan, of this family. Wow. The elder was this Greg was not too high. If compare with me, my height, it is a little more, just 7 feet, like so. He was high, but that elder whom he met also is 10 feet tall and very huge, weighing maybe some half a ton or maybe 400 kilograms, very huge one. But that one, the chief of the clan or the elder, he was very polite and very wise, and he speak Russian better than other creatures. Yes, and he said that he is 200 years old. That elder. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, they had, and even to confirm this, he said that he remembered that time when in the village it was one church with 2 cupolas. But during the revolution, our revolution in 1917, that one cupola was destroyed, exploded. And he remembered that time when was 2 cupola on that. That means at minimum he is 120 years old, like so. You see, that means it is they live for a long, and they not contact with local people. They live separately. This is about that family, and we visited that place 3 times. We started in November 19, 2019. Why we went there? In 2016, this man, Alexei, he was at that time 25 years old or 24 years old, no, 22 even. He was driving the car, and 3 girls were inside of this car as a passenger. And just from the bush, one creature jumped out of the bushes and just put under the car. He thought maybe he caught any humans. He was afraid, this man, Alexei. He stopped the car, but after he sees that the big hairy creature got up and tried to push the car, he was very scared and just ran not properly, and the car stopped, the motor stopped, engine stopped. Anyway, he ran it and went away. He thought it was its speed was about 70 kilometers per hour. That means about I don't know, 70 yards. No, 70 kilometer means 40 miles per hour. Very fast was moving. Anyway, that creature followed the car and jumped into the trunk on back of, and pushed by his hand the hind what is glass, and broken it. After that, fell down from the trunk because the road was not very smooth. And after that, he was afraid. It happened in 2016. 2 years he did not tell anybody. But in 2018, he downloaded it onto the YouTube, his channel he had. After that, we started to interested in this, and we made acquaintance with this guy, Alexei, in 2018. But in 2019, we went there. We attracted television, local television from Ufa, main city of that Bashkiria, Bashkortostan, and we went there. With me was Andrei, biologist, PD in biology. We studied vicinities and found a lot of trees with broken branches, which confirmed this event. Yes, as we knew before that they make some structures, breaking branches, etc., etc. It was first visit. Next visit we had in July of 2020, and then we found a lot of footprints there. 4 times we made casts of these footprints of this creature, some of them of that creature. And the 3rd time we went there in November of 2020. At that time we lived in a van, but before they were attacking us, that van with pieces of wood, throwing into the walls, etc., scaring us. But we, maybe they were testing what shall we do, and finally we befriend them. We befriend with them. It is in short, just.
Yeah, we have a lot of questions to ask you about you befriending them. We have to go to break. So when we get back from the break, we want to ask you a lot more questions. You have a lot of exciting information for everybody.
Yes, that means we shall stop now, or what?
Yes.
We're going to take a little break.
Thank you for attention.
Take a little break. Just
I
stay
have
there.
a lot to say and to show.
Yeah, 1 minute. We're going to take a little break. Hang on 1 minute.
Just stay there. We're going to commercial break, but we're staying here. It's 2 minutes.
Okay.
Can you tell him that?
It's a 2-minute break. We stay here and we come right back. Okay.
Okay. I will wait for the continuation.
Okay. You're doing good. You're doing good.
What else you want to ask me, please? Or you now can't speak?
Are we on break?
You were on break.
Okay. We want to ask you about the telephone call.
Telephone call?
Yeah, the
What
telephone
was
call.
on the at the conference?
Yes, at the conference.
Yeah. Okay. I shall explain how it happened.
Okay.
I did not expect that. Just occasionally it happened.
Yes. Yeah. When we come back from the break, I'll ask you to tell me about your friend and the telephone call, and then you can explain everything to everybody. It's so exciting.
Yeah.
When we were at the conference, I missed the whole introduction to that. So I came in on listening to, and the whole time I was thinking, what am I listening to? And so I wish I could hear another recording of it, because half the time I was wondering, what am I listening to? Because I didn't catch the beginning part.
Did you hear her?
What shall I?
She didn't hear the beginning part of how you came to be on the phone with him.
Okay.
So when we come back, then will you explain how you got to be on the telephone with him?
Shall I speak?
Okay,
Just
one
a
minute.
little bit. Just hang on. Just
1 minute. We're almost there.
Go.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. This is the Journey Radio Show, and hey, we're the She-Squatchers. Won't you check us out online at She-Squatchers.com and come on over to our YouTube channel at She-Squatchers Official and subscribe to our channel, where you can find lots of videos of ours and other interviews there as well. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at She-Squatchers Official, so please also follow us there for our most up-to-date information. We are going back to our interview with Dr. Igor Burtsev from Moscow, Russia. And Tammy is running the show tonight because he cannot hear me very well, and he can hear her better. So off with the show, Tammy. Thank you very much.
Okay, Igor, we would like to discuss back in the barn in Russia. Please tell the listeners how you came to be on a telephone call with Bigfoot.
You see, this guy, Alexei, he was meeting with these creatures many times, and when he tried to photograph them, they did not agree with this, and even sometimes beating him on the head when his camera was on his elbow or head. Yes, but step by step, when we were there, they trusted us, and they start to befriend us, and they invited us to come. We could not come in March because it was too much snow there. And anyway, he could speak to them, and even they agreed to make record of their sound. And he made such records several times, a few times, not many times, but a few times he made records of their voices. And before I heard that their voices. But this time the idea came to his head, not my. He said, oh, as they agree us to record their sounds, let us try to do so. I will speak to them by phone, on phone, and I will connect to you, and you can hear this their speaking by phone. And at the same time, he said, you can show this, you can air into your public through microphone to
Record
to
you.
make loud. Yeah, this idea came just in the day of the conference. I did not expect it before, and at this time I started to connect with him, but my phone did not work. After it was a little prolonged and different. This was the difference between times here and there, some 10 hours in this region, in here region. We appointed that maybe about 12 noon about midnight there. It will be here 2 o'clock p.m. But at 2 o'clock we could not start this because of problems with telephone. After I appointed was assistant of Harriet McFeely. She was Tamara Steyer. Tamara Steyer, I told her, let us use your phone and we shall connect through your phone with this guy. And we connected a little later than we expected before. Connected with that guy. And at this time, he said, my friend from Forest People, Greg, he went away somewhere. I shall look for him now. I shall look for him. More time it was need. A little was postponed, but anyway, he found this Greg and asked him to speak. But before he was a little silent. He was very careful of that. But after that, step by step, he started to speak. He started to speak because Alexei told him that I am Igor Burtsev waiting for his speaking. He knew me. He knew me before this Greg. And he said, even I heard my name when he spoke. Igor Burtsev, I want to speak to you like so. He trusted me. That is why he started to speak to me. And at that time, I put on the microphone this telephone, and they could hear this speaking. It was very interesting. It was unexpected by me even. Just suddenly happened so, not planned before like this. That I was very happy because when I was in expedition, also some event happened which admired me very much. Once I went to another creature which is called Dergan, his name. I went out of our van after their tasting, etc. Went out and I had handshaking with him. But how it happened? Sorry, I should say that somehow this I give him some offering, yes, to this Dergan.
What
And
did you give him?
at first evening, he just stroked my hand with his hand. I felt it very soft, very pleasant. I don't know. This hand was not strict, etc. Also, another case happened there. My friend, biologist, was standing by the campfire, just standing. I was sitting on the piece of wood, and my telephone, my camera was in. I was recording our speaking. This time, this creature, Dergan, also went through the bushes, very ran very fast, and pushed with his hand to the shoulder of this Andrei, and Andrei fell down on his back on the ground. It was snow there, not very hard. That is why not very hard was harmed, but fell down on his back. And both of them crying, Andrei and that creature. And I have record of that in my phone.
On video?
My phone camera, yes. It was just half a meter of me that happened. Next evening, we were standing, speaking each other with this Dergan creature on the distance about 5 meters, 5 yards, like so, between us was. I was speaking that don't be afraid, we will not harm you, etc., etc. And he was standing, but he was nervous. He was intending get away. But our Alexei said him, be quiet, be calm, and not go away. And me, he said me, don't step ahead because he will be afraid. That's it. After that, this creature met with Andrei, took his hand, handshaking, and after just very sharply, what as a dog, no, pulled very sharply, and Andrei said, "Oh, it is painful," and he stopped that they're gone. That means such activities was interesting. And this time, just we use that opportunity to speak to one of their creature, which is called Greg. Yes, that's
So these
how it happened.
videos and the
Fortunately, it
photos,
happened. Yes. What?
the videos and the photos that you have on your camera, are these going to be on your documentary?
No, you see, as I told, they don't like us to photograph them. And even when we were in our van, we always were without light. Once, there were many interesting events there happening. When we were lying, once we left the lamp lighting in the roof of our van. This lamp just got out from the cartridge and no light. It was nobody there inside, but the lamp just was brought out from the cartridge, from his place, and stopped the light. They don't allow us to photograph, and also they don't allow to make light. I don't know why. Also, once was such a they threw the stole to our table. They took from the bottom and put on the table once. Another one, this stole they took from the floor and put on our knees. We're laying on the bed. Just put this stole. And once they, I say, I just thought and told, they don't allow us to photograph them. And this time, the cover from the stall went to my face and just lay down on my face. I said, "Oh, that means they don't allow to I was in camera. My camera, telephone camera, was working. I say, "Oh, they don't allow me to put on the camera." And this time, this cover of the stove come again to my shoulder. That means yes. And after I was sitting, just I got in my phone camera screen. Lighter was laying on the table in 2 meters away. It came to my screen of the camera of the phone and put on my phone. Nobody was inside. We were only two with Andrei. Once when Alexei came to our van and also was laying on his bed, the can with water, with some 20 liters of water, they put on, I don't know how, it got up and put on his chest. I photograph how he take this can and put on the floor. Such things, poltergeist. They do poltergeist. They can do such things. You see?
We're familiar
Many
with
times
poltergeist.
they did such things. They are very, very clever. creature. They are not ape. They are not monkeys. They are not animals. They are very clever humans. That is why I say adjacent humans, secret humans, secret tribe of humans. That is why I say so.
Now, they won't let you photograph them, but
Oh yes,
you
they
have
don't
seen
want
them
photograph.
clearly?
Alexei made some photograph of them. I have some 2-3 photographs of them. They are safe. That means I believe that they're photographed, and they are very look like humans, but flat nose, bird, and this protruding mouth, but this they have had also hair on the head of all is seen, and also all the hands were hair. This is half a body portrait. I have photograph of that.
Okay, and can you see it clearly?
What?
Can you see the photograph clearly? It's a good picture?
Not yes, I sent it to MK Davis.
Okay.
Yes, and he enhanced it, and it is quite enough, quite quite clear face scene. Yes, MK Davis took part in this research also. Also, we investigated with the MK Davis another case in Siberia when the one tourist group just occasionally photographed the creature, and I sent such photographs. They are not good quality. I sent to MK Davis, and he enhanced them, and he said, I suppose they are descendants of hybrid between Neanderthal and Denisovan, because of such and such and such. He said why he is thinking so. That
Wow.
means we communicate, we do such research. Also, why I know MK Davis, I studied much this film of Patterson of 1967, and later on MK Davis started to study this film, and we cooperated with him to study this film. I give him some ideas to do such thing. He give me some ideas. We work in close cooperation with MK Davis. In many cases, we do so. Also, once we had a film made in north of our country with game camera, and also I sent it to MK Davis, and he enhanced that video, and also said that yes, this is real creature walking there behind the trees, etc. We also cooperate with Ron Moorhead, for example, because Ron Moorhead attracted Scott Nelson to study voices of them. And as I told, when Janice Carter told that they can speak, we could not believe it. But later on, Scott Nelson studied their voices and came to conclusion that they can speak human languages. That is why it was confirmation of Janice Carter information about their speaking. We cooperate with many, with Ron Moorhead, with MK Davis, with Bindernagel from Canada, late now. Yes, also we cooperated with him. With John Green, with Grover Krantz was several times in our country, and I also met with him there. And after I come here to North America, and I was at home of John Green in Canada also, and we have very close cooperation with American North American researchers in this field. Yeah, and we confirm the reality of this creature, and they are very clever creature, not animals.
So is this information that you have that you sent to MK Davis, that video, is that going to be on your documentary?
Yeah, we have. I did not understand the question. What?
The videos that you sent to MK Davis,
Yes.
that's going to be in your documentary?
No, I don't know. You see, that documentary, which was prepared by a special company, they are just explaining or showing my experience, my how I studied this question. This dedicated not the subject, but of my research. But I myself also prepare such documentary, and I will show it when come next time. I will be here in June, July, and I hope that I will show that documentary too. That documentary, which was made by that company, Olga Michi company, and I myself do. Maybe it is not such qualitative, but anyway, it is good. What is convincing? Convincing, yes, convincing.
Well, I am sure that everybody is excited to hear and see your documentary and all of the information about you and the things that you have discovered. What is the name of the documentary and when will it be out?
It is called My Friend Bigfoot, like so. I think so. It is in Facebook. I put that what the cover of that film and some trailer also, trailer of this book. It is on Facebook. My Friend Bigfoot, it is called so.
And when is it going to be
Yes, we
released?
really be friend with creatures. We are friends.
That's great. When will it be out? When will they show that?
They told me that they now prepared for one special festival to show for some prize, like so. That means for some what is to win some prize, like so, for this, and they will soon show it, and after that I can show it to the public.
Nice. Is it going to be at a conference?
What?
Will they show the documentary at a conference?
Of course, we should. They will show it before on the big festival, and after we can show it anywhere where you want.
Where is the big festival?
I cannot say because it is not my job. It is a film company. They do this. They told me that soon they will take part in that festival, but I don't know which one and when concretely. They told me that soon. It's not my job.
Right. So you're going to come back to America this summer?
Yes, now my plan is to be here until 5th of May, and after that I go there to Russia to visit the same place where we went with this creature, because they invite us. They would like to meet us. That is, they say, you come, not bring anybody else, just those persons who were here, please you come, we will invite you, but not other people yet. I will go there. I think I will spend some 10, 14 days there. And after that, again, I come to the United States. I would be happy to meet you again and show what we will achieve this time, what we shall reach this time. I did not speak about many things which we saw this in that expedition in July and November. It was very exciting, the experience which we had there, and it was fantastic. I just cannot speak what is calm about this. I'm exciting what happened there. For 56 years, it was first time such experience, and also that we show their voice and communicated on the conference. It wasn't first in the world. We don't we think it is very easy. No, it's not easy event. It is very special event. Just unique.
Yes,
Yes.
that was amazing. If you're having a live phone call with Bigfoot in a conference, I mean, I bet everybody in the world wishes they were there for that.
Also, I want to say that all this research is made not with support of the state. Oh, just a governor of Siberian region, Kemerovo region, Aman Tuleyev, help us very much about this subject, and he arranged the international conference in 2011 when researcher from many foreign countries came, including from, for example, United States. Jeff Meldrum was taking part there, Ron Moorhead, and Robin Haynes McRae was taking part in that. And also from Canada, Binder Nagel, and also from Sweden there was, from Estonia or other. And this, thanks to Governor Aman Tuleyev, we could have such a very important international conference in 2011, and we are very thankful to him for this support, but no other support from governmental bodies. We have always doing voluntary for our means, or our sponsors who help us to study this subject. Yes, and also here I thankful to some citizens of the United States which help us to do this research. For example, from there are some people I will mention later in my books. This person who just give some money for this research also. And in our country also we have sponsors who help us now to study this subject. Yes. Thank you.
Well, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, where can they find you? Are you on Facebook?
You can find me on Facebook. Also, we started the channel on YouTube. Also, this man Alexei has channel Traversa. It's called Traversa in English later. Traversa. You can find him there. Also, that Andrei biologist has his own channel, which is he is connecting this creature with UFO study. That is, I can give you the links to all these channels.
Okay. Well, we're out of time, everybody. So this is Igor Burtsev. Thank you so much for being on our show, and we will see everybody next week.
Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good night, everybody.
I
Thank
would
you so
like
much,
to
Igor.
say one word more. Can I? Not? Okay. I have to say about women's role in this study.
Yeah, it's
You
over.
can say it now. We're off the
Sorry,
air, but we're
sorry,
still recording.
sorry,
So
that-
go ahead. Go ahead and say what you want. We're still recording.
You
Want
can
to tell him,
speak.
Tammy?
You can say whatever you want. We're still recording the call, so you can speak.
Can I speak?
Yes, please.
Yeah, you see, I want to especially appreciate women's role in this study. As I mentioned, my study started in the expedition of Marijan Kaufman, woman, very heroic woman. Yet she is alive. She is 102 years old now. She lives in Paris. Of course, she is ill, but she is alive. I started to study this subject in her expedition. Also, Janice Carter, she was a pioneer of studying this and saying that they can speak, they can be humans, etc. And also other people like, for example, here we are hosted by Harriet McFeely. She is a woman who kept in Hastings, Nebraska, such a museum and activities, and she invited me to come to this conference. She arranged this conference, and you were participating in this conference. Also in Kentucky, there is one heroic woman, McManus, Riva McManus, for example. Robin McRae, she is a woman who studied this subject very actively, very and Janice Carter continued now to this. That is, there is a, what is, Sonia Horstman in Ohio. I visited her also several times in the conference, etc. I would like to say you are very, very active, just moving, what is, developing this study. Very many, the role of the women are very high, very high. The role of the women in this study, and I applaud, and I even bow up to such women as you. You also, She-Squatching, you arrange this organization. It is not occasional that you doing this work. I think women are more emotional and they more intuition. They have better intuition to understand this creature, maybe because men are more logical consciousness, but women has intuition, very developed intuition, and it helps us to it helps you to study this subject. Thank you very much. You are women, that is why you are right. This I want to say.
There
I
you
can get
go.
behind that.
Thank you very much.
We'll
Thank you,
quote you
Igor.
on that. Women, we are women. That's why we're right.
Yes. Your women hear us roar.
Women
Right, girls?
are in front of all this, or are ahead, are ahead. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much,
Of
Igor.
course, I could mention Jane Goodall, who studied, who is famous. And in this subject, there are many women who doing this study. Thank you very much.
So, Igor, are you going to be at a conference when you return this summer?
I did not hear exactly.
Are you going to be at a conference when you return this summer?
Yes, now I wanted to visit Metalina Falls in Washington State. There will be big festival of the film. Also, I hope to present that film and also my film, my personal film.
Mhm.
It will be in June 2021, for example. And also in some there also in Washington, in Colville will be some one conference, in also in Kettle Falls also there will be in June. After that in Michigan will be on 17th of July, the conference. I will be there, and I hope that in other places in Michigan there will be the conferences, and I will take part in them. Of course, I hope to do. I don't know about Hanobe Festival. I would like to be there. I was there, visited. I was presenting there not once, several times. But this time I don't know how it will be with my visa because it is expired in summertime. I don't know if I can get another new visa to come in October. If I got visa, if I have got visa, of course I will come to Texas, to Hanobe, Oklahoma Festival, and of course on the South Carolina, North Carolina. I was visiting in 2019 several times. This time I was in reservation, Omaha reservation. We met with local Aboriginal people. They are took part. I had took part in ritual of them. This is I visited some more than 22 states in the United States. In about a dozen of them, more than dozen. I was hiking in the forest. I was many times in the United States and in the forest, and I had bited with a tick here in Idaho, maybe in Idaho, yes. And after I had a lot of experience here in the United States. I like here. The people here are more understandable in this subject. Yes, I like this. Thank you very much.
Yes, it was a pleasure.
Okay, well, I think, are we done, Jen?
We can be done.
What? I don't hear much. Okay.
Yes, we are
Okay.
done. Thank you so much
I
for
love
coming
you.
on our show.
Oh, you are so nice. Yes, yeah. You are so nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Okay.
Igor, and I hope that you will
I
come
was
on our
happy
show
to
again.
at these brave women which are so actively took part in this investigation. This is researching it, in all this business. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Thank
you.
you so much, Igor,
Love
for
you.
coming on
I
the
love
show.
you. I love you.
Thank
We love
you.
you too.
Good night.
Meet you. Thank you.